Hey there, have you ever wondered why it sometimes seems to be hard and full of effort for some people to manifest what they want, and for others it seems to come with effortless flow? Well, I have something very important to share with you, and it is an important key that most adults miss. That I want to share with you in this story of my 7-year-old who has a masterful, manifesting, successful lesson to teach by his own beingness that I want to share with you today. So stick around. And before we do get into this episode, if you haven't yet got my free 33-page workbook, which is called Setting Your Intentions, Clarify Your Goals to Create Your Best Year Yet, then make sure you click the link down below and get yourself a copy now. Join me now for this episode. Hey there, I'm Katie Joy, the Global Butterfly, all about helping you to transform your life and business with love. That is, raising your frequency so that you can elevate the quality of your reality and your experience of life, manifesting what is important to you. So a few weeks back, 4 actually, I shared a story about my 7-year-old son. And what it was is he was really intent on getting himself the video game Pokemon Shield. With that, he was wondering how to create it. And he kept asking me, Mom, can I get a video game? Meaning, can I buy it? Now, if you're a parent, you know what I'm talking about here, right? Because this is important to me to make sure that he has the ability to manifest and he has the skill set required to be able to set his intention and manifest what it is that he wants in his life. So I thought, right, no, you're old enough now. I said to him, son, outside Christmas and birthday, for things like that, you're going to need to focus on what you want to create and then add value into the world and keep it in mind of what you want to create so that you can bring it into your reality. And so he sat down with me because he asked, Mum, how do I do that? He's watched me and he's seen me, but he wanted to actually engage himself into the practices of manifesting for success for himself. And so I sat down and I worked with him a plan. Now, if you want to see the full episode on that, it's here. You can go back to this one and I'll put it at the end. But just to give you a summary, the really important thing was that to make sure that he had a clear goal, which he knew what it was. And also, I'm going to give you a little tip. This isn't the secret tip, but this is an important part. One is to be able to be calm and focused, to breathe, reset yourself. Because especially as adults, we get so programmed into our past experiences and our past memories and the conditioning and programs of what other people have projected onto us about what's possible or not possible. Like as a kid, you might have been told, no, you can't have it. We can't afford it. What do you think? Money's growing on trees and all these sort of responses rather than just, great, what is it you desire? And, let's show you how to actually manifest that. And so because I've learned how to do these throughout my life, I'm now passing on to my son. And first of all, it's important to have the nervous system calibrated as being present in the moment. Otherwise, what we're going to do is let all those subconscious thoughts rush to the top about what's possible, not possible, what we believe to be true or not true. And so it's really important to stay present. Now, being 7 years old and being that I've already primed him beautifully for the last 7 years to be conditioned in anything that he chooses to create, he can, because he is the creator. I haven't layered on a whole bunch of disruptive programming. So he's been blessed like that. Most of us have grown up in an experience where we were programmed by the age of 7 or 8. We're already struggling in life, right? And so you need to reprogram and deprogram a lot of those thoughts and programs that have been operating from that you are probably not necessarily aware of until you realize you're struggling. So making sure that you are present in the moment by keeping your nervous system calm is important, because then you can create something in the moment and create a new energetic charge to it that is a positive feeling. Otherwise, if you bring in doubt and worry and fear, that's a negative feeling, and that's bringing all past memories into the present moment, and you're not creating anything new. Just a little segue there. So the second step is to get clear on the goal. Well, he was super clear. And I always say, write the goal down. And the second step to that is to get some sort of goal anchor, some sort of visual for it. For him, it was a case of getting the cover of the game as a printout, as a little vision board for him. And so for him and his mom, because I asked him, I said, what are you thinking about? He goes, oh, Mum, not only can I see the game and I can see it in my hands, he says, Mum, I can see myself playing it. And so he was imagining his step 4. I've jumped over step 3 here. I'll come back to that. But step 4 is that ideal self, already experiencing it, right? Being in that place, which then attracts having it. So most people think about, I'll have it, then I'll do the action, and then I will be the version of myself that's happy because I have it. I'm daring you to flip it around to be, do, have. And so he'd already jumped to the experience of already feeling it, which is awesome. But that step 3 is the visualization of the process. What are you going to do? So you imagine yourself at step 4, being your ideal self, playing the game. And what are you going to do in order to bring that game into your reality? And obviously that was to imply in creating an exchange for money or the value of the game as the exchange. And so he came up with all these ideas of, Mum, I can do these particular chores. We can do the recycling of the cans. And he even said to me, Mum, I can pick lemons off the lemon tree and make lemonade and sell it to the neighbors. And I'm like, well, let's stick with the first two, right? Purely because I didn't really want to have my very young, sparse lemons pulled from the tree. And I just knew that there was more value in the first 2 options for him. So then what I did is, because he had already generated and involved that plan, he was able to, felt engaged in it. We created a map, a plan, a chore chart, if you like, as well as a little money meter. You can see that in this other episode here. But what it did is it brought all that visualization process into life for him. Now, according to that plan, where he could earn $10 a week and then some $2 to $5 a week in recycling cans, we had calculated that it would take probably 6 or 7 weeks for him to get the game, because, well, they retail at $70. Back then I said to him, what if you could get the game maybe secondhand or on sale? Actually, to be honest, I didn't even say secondhand at the time. I just said, what if you could get it on sale? Because it quite often do. They go for $45 or $50, sometimes $60. So it's a saving. And so we thought it was going to take maybe 7 weeks, right? But I know a little better, because I know that as soon as you get clear on a plan and you get that energy connected to it and really excited, then you're able to manifest things really quickly. And then obviously step 5 is to take that aligned action. So he's got the visual of the goal. He's got the awareness of the goal, which is the step 2, because step 1 is have your energy in present moment. Step 2, have that goal visualization, make sure that you're connecting with it. Step 3 is making sure that you're focused on the process of the visualizing the process. So in his case, seeing himself doing the chores, seeing himself taking the cans, collecting the cans, picking up cans and taking them to the recycling and getting some money back in exchange for that, and seeing himself going to the store and picking out the game. And then step 4 was to imagine the ideal self. And then step 5 is to take aligned action. And I'm going to share with you the super secret right at the end, so stick with me here. And so what was amazing is, because he was taking immediate action, he was inspired and took it really quickly. There was no hesitation. He was able to very quickly manifest a lot more money than he thought in a very short period of time. So by week 4, he already had significant money, and I had the intuition to check online for the game, and one game became available at half price for $30 plus $7.50 shipping as a secondhand game. And I asked him, I said, look, here's the situation. Would you like to go for that? He goes, of course, Mum, because that means then I can get some Pokemon cards and still have money left over, and I can get it now, not later. And so he was more than happy to do that, which meant he manifested the goal really super quickly. It took a while for the shipping to come to us, because technically I think it was actually just under 4 weeks that he earned the money. And so we've just received the game just a couple of days ago, which is really amazing. But here's the secret key that I want to share with you as an adult that most adults get wrong. And this is the learning that you can get from a 7-year-old, because of that beautiful awe and wonder experience that is still there without being programmed by society, conditioning, education, and life experiences that bog down the mind and the heart and move us out of alignment. Here's the key. It's having that sense of awe and wonder. It's having that positive expectation, just like it's Christmas. You know it's coming. You get excited about it. You're not going to go into some story about it, not getting what you want. You talk a narrative all the time about what you're excited about rather than focusing on the disappointment. See, most people, they say they want something and then they focus on what they don't want, the pain of not getting it, because they're coming from an energetic frequency. When they say, I want this, what they're really saying is I don't have it, therefore I lack it. And then they doubt that it's not ever going to come into their field. When you set an intention, which is an elevation above desire. So desire also still has this, it's a little raised higher than want, but it's still, depending on the programming underneath, it can connect with lack versus abundance. So when you have the intention, I intend to bring this into my reality, then you stay positively connected to it. You're already experiencing it in your mind's eye as if it already exists. You're being first, and then you're doing the actions aligned with that beingness, and therefore you can't help but have what's going to show up. As an adult, this might be an easier experience to connect with. Have you ever booked a holiday and you've either made the booking, or you've put a deposit down, or you've written it in the calendar, or you've told someone you're going to go? That's an action step, by the way, and it's aligned with that goal. And then when you've done that, all you're doing is fixating your energy and your positive feeling on imagining what you're going to do when you get there. You're already experiencing the event, the trip, the place that you're at, and what you're doing and what you're going to see. You might Google online some of the extra things you can do while you're there. Or you might be imagining the people you're going to go with and the opportunities you're going to have with them, and seeing the delight and wonder and smiles on their faces, and whether it's your partner or your kids. Maybe it's a romantic getaway. Maybe it's a self-care retreat for yourself, and you're just feeling the bliss, the wonder, and the awe. That's the energy that you want to tune into when you set a goal, an intention. And be that first, so that you are doing the actions in alignment with it, in a positive forward motion sense, rather than I want this, but I'm afraid of this going to happen, or the lack, right? So you're focused on what is going to become as a fruition of the experience for you. And so that is the big key. What's important to remember about this process and the principles I'm sharing with you is that they apply to any goal, not just something as simple as Pokemon Shield, which isn't that simple for a child, right? It's a big thing, but it's the same experience, process, and principles that you want to apply, whether you are manifesting your ideal body shape, physique, or fitness, or whether it's your ideal business online that you want to start or take to the next level, or your ideal relationship, your ideal home, your ideal dream holiday. Whatever your goal is, it's exactly the same. So I dare you to apply it, and then come back and share with me your experience. Let me know, because I'm really eager to hear. If this was super valuable for you, let me know down below. And have you had that experience where you've had a holiday booked or something planned, which you knew, oh my God, I'm so excited, and you're talking about it please also subscribe, like, and leave a comment, and share this video, and also check out the other ones that are available to help you design your life and live your dreams, manifesting your most ideal self, manifesting your dream experiences that are in alignment with your soul. With much love, light, and manifesting miracles, magic, and more, I'll see you on the next episode.